Enjoy this movie recap called The Gothika starring Halle Berry that was released in 2003. Please subscribe for more movie recaps. Dr. Miranda Gray, a psychiatrist who works at a psychiatric institution, is involved in a car accident while returning home after attempting to escape a girl, Kathleen Mackey, on the road during a stormy night. She hurries to attempt to aid the young woman. After Miranda offers her hand to the girl, it turns out that the girl is actually a ghost, and the spirit takes possession of Miranda's body by burning her. The following morning, Miranda awakens in the hospital where she works, but she is being treated by Dr. Pete Graham, Robert Downey Jr., a co-worker. She is drugged and confused and has no recall of what happened after the car accident. To her horror, she learns that she is the primary suspect in her husband Douglas's, Charles S. Dutton's, brutal murder. While Miranda gets used to her new life in the hospital, the spirit communicates with her through Miranda's body. She particularly stood out for carving the phrase, "not alone," into Miranda's arm, which made Miranda's former co-workers think Miranda was suicidal and was purposely inflicting the wounds on herself. Miranda develops a friendship with Penelope Cruz's Chloe Sava, a fellow prisoner and former patient. Chloe had mentioned being raped while in the hospital several times during sessions, but Miranda had always ascribed these claims to mental illness. The ghost that has been following Miranda opens the door to her hospital room one night. She hears the rape happening as she walks by Chloe's hospital room and fleetingly notices a man's chest pressed up against the glass. An anima sola is tattooed on the man's chest. When Miranda finds Chloe the next day, she apologizes and the two of them embrace after realizing that Chloe wasn't making up these tales. Chloe cautions Miranda. Her assailant said that Miranda was his next intended victim. Bit by bit, Miranda starts to retrieve parts of her memories, and she gradually starts to recall killing her husband. She comes to grips with the fact that the spirit had used her body to murder Douglas, making Miranda the scapegoat for the crime. Because of this, Miranda is supported by all available physical evidence. As soon as Miranda realized the girl was a ghost, she leaves the hospital. She visits a home in Willow Creek, Rhode Island, in search of answers to the question of why she killed her husband. She finds a chamber with a blood-stained bed, what looks to be a crate containing medicines, shackles, and camera equipment in the barn cellar. As she views the video that is still recording, the viewer can hear a lady wailing, as though she is being tortured. In the last few seconds of the film, Douglas enters the frame, drapes a sheet over a dead lady lying on the bed, and smiles at the camera. At this moment, cops show there, and Miranda is holding a knife to the officer's face as he draws a pistol on her. When Miranda is about to back up to a set of stairs, a girl who is hurt and yelling desperately grabs her from the next crawl space. Miranda gets arrested while the girl is freed by the police. Sheriff Ryan, John Carroll Lynch, the closest friend of Douglas, speaks with Miranda when she is detained and questions her about how she came to know all of these details. He challenges her assertion that spirits taught her everything and inquires as to the nature of the conspirator. Ryan fully matches the psychological profile that Miranda creates using her expertise as a psychiatrist, she realizes. He assaults Miranda and displays his tattoo of the anima sola during the struggle. With the aid of the ghost, Miranda murders the sheriff in self-defense. Miranda observes that Pete has just come to attempt to save her, because Pete had also learned that the things she had stated were true. The next scene has Miranda and Chloe strolling down a city sidewalk while talking about how one has assisted the other in accepting their pasts. Miranda sends Chloe off in a cab while claiming to be free of the ghost's enchantment. Then Miranda notices a little child who looks to be going to be hit by a fire truck standing in the center of the road. Miranda cries at the child to get out of the way, but as the fire truck drives right through him without hurting him, she understands that the boy was simply a ghost. A billboard with the words, "Have you seen Tim?" and a photo of the same youngster is taped to a pole next to the street Miranda is walking on as she continues to move away. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.